So I don't do a lot of phone games on here, partly because I don't play a lot of phone games. You know, I've got a Switch, I've got an iPad, and most of the kinds of games that I like appear on those platforms, and that's where I usually play them. So there's not a lot of games on my phone, but Grindstone is special. It's done by Cappy, which are, you know, they are the respectable developers of games like Below, and I was kind of surprised to have them do a sort of Candy Crush style game. It's not quite match three, but it's one of those color matching puzzle games, and it seemed like out of character. And so I had to look into it, and this is a special one. Like, I really, really like the way that they've done this. So this is part of Apple Arcade, which means they're not trying to nickel and dime me for a bunch of, like, I don't know, like tiny purchases and things like that. There's no MTX as far as I can tell. It's just playing a fun color matching game. So you're this barbarian dude, and the way that it works is you grab your guy and you trace a path between all of these colorful monsters. So like you can go from green to green to green, or from yellow to yellow to yellow to yellow to yellow to yellow, you know, whatever. Follow a path through these guys, and you're trying to find sort of the longest possible path. The longer you go, the more like points you get, and so once you get past 10 or 11, it starts generating resources for you that you can use for other things. So this looks like it's probably my best path through these guys. So I trace out that path and I hit the button at the bottom right hand side of the screen, and my guy very satisfyingly chops through all of these monsters and then resets them as you'd expect. Ooh, so that little guy that just dropped into the bottom left corner, that guy is called a jerk. I love the language of this game, the jargon of it. He's called a jerk, and so so that 5 next to him means I have to have chopped through 5 other guys first before I hit him, or I can't hit him at all. So can I even get that far down to him? So you notice these little jewels that appeared. Those jewels appeared because I got over 10 hits. Whenever you get over 10 or over 15 or over 20, these jewels appear. These jewels are a resource that I can collect, but they also are useful because they're effectively wild cards. When I hit one of them, let's grab green guys. When I hit one of them, not only can I treat it like it's any color, but I can actually switch colors. Like I say, oh, now I want to actually hit blue guys. So now I'm going blue, then I hit another one. Oh, now I'm going green again. And then I hit this guy. When you hit jerks, most jerks also let you change to whatever color you want. So here's my dilemma. I can switch to green to get more points, but now I'm actually next to a flaming orange guy. The flaming orange guy will hurt me. Also, I'm on a conveyor belt pointed downwards at a grinder. Both of those things will hurt me. So instead of going green, I'm going to go orange and just stop right there. It's less points, but I will survive it, which is, you know, an advantage. So I consumed a couple of those wild cards, but I also generated 2 new ones. So as long as you keep generating the wild cards and you keep doing these long runs, you can make the board friendlier and friendlier to yourself. So there's another jerk that appeared. My goal, you can see at the top of the screen, my goal is to get 100 of these guys killed. But also right below my goal, where it says 31 out of 100, there are these 3 grayed out icons. Those are other optional objectives I can hit, and if I hit all of those, I get more prizes basically at the end. So we'll see those become possible as we continue. So let's see here. So I can hit that jerk. I think I can hit that jerk. Okay, so I go here. Resources like this are useful for like crafting weapons and consumables later on. They don't change your color though. So if I wanted to change colors, let's see. So, okay, so I can hit 4, change colors, go green, hit this resource, which gets me next to the jerk, which knocks me back down to 2. Because each time he required 10, so I got to him with 12, and he knocked me down to 2. So once you can't just like hit 10 and then kill as many jerks as you want. Each jerk takes down the sort of the score of your run for the next thing you're trying to hit. So I could go for that other jewel, but I don't need to right now. I don't think it would benefit me much, so I'm going to save it for a future run and do that instead. It's just so satisfying to watch my guy chop through all these monsters. Probably the most satisfying matching game I've ever played in terms of just how fun it is to watch the things get destroyed and consumed. So, okay, so now let's see here. I don't have a lot of super long runs that I can see. Well, actually, you'll notice, by the way, that each time I do a turn, multiple monsters catch fire, which means they're dangerous. So, like, I can sit right next to these peaceful-looking monsters and it's fine. But the ones that are on fire, if I end my turn next to them, they will damage me. And you'll see in the upper left, I only have 3 hearts. And each time I'm damaged by a creature, it takes a heart. So, let's see here. So I can do this, go over here, I can switch to blue. So you want to start taking out the dangerous ones, because if you don't take them out, eventually the board will be full of them and you won't be able to move. So I can go over here. Once all the conveyor belts move, I think I will still not be in range of this guy. You can put your finger on the guy to see what his attack range is. So these guys only attack things that are right next to them horizontally or vertically. So I think once we've both moved on the conveyor belt, I'll still be safe, because he'll move down and I'll move up. Some of the jerks have different radii that they hit, and so you have to be very careful that you don't misread the situation. So I think this is a good move, so we'll do it. So notice that sometimes I'm getting 2 jewels when I complete a run. I think that's because of some of the armor that I'm wearing. I'm wearing specialized armor, and each suit of armor gives you different advantages. I'm pretty sure it's because of the suit of armor that I'm getting these extra jewels. I could be misremembering, though. It's been a while since I've played this, actually. But I've had so many games to play that I've lost track of some of my favorites, including this one. Okay, so again, I'm just trying to get that number 56 out of 100. I'm trying to get that as high as I can to unlock the door. So I don't know, what's the best way to go here? Maybe like this? Wait, no. Maybe I want to go around this corner, hit that, then this, then this. And then up like that. I think that's the longest run I can do. Let's try it. But I love how there's just so many possibilities each turn. You can do so many different things. You have so much creative control over it that when you come up with an answer, you feel very clever every time. Okay, so some new jerks showed up. So that guy on the far right, the yellow guy, he's I forgot, they've got a name. I forgot what it is. He's like I think of them as the kings. They've got the crowns. You'll notice that one of my optional objectives at the top is a crown. That means I want to kill that guy in particular. But I have to come to him from a yellow monster. I have to be in yellow mode. I can't just come to him from anywhere. Luckily, he's surrounded by yellow monsters right now, so he should be pretty gettable. The one in the middle is a thief. So each turn, they're going to go around trying to steal my wildcard jewels. And the only way that I can stop them is to hit them. And then I get everything they stole back. And I also get some extra stuff if I can pull it off. But if I don't get them for long enough, they'll escape with all of my things. They're kind of like the thieves in Slay the Spire, actually. So, okay, so I want to get the king. I also, while he's still surrounded by yellow stuff, because as the board settles, the king might fall away from the yellow guys. So we don't want to run into that situation. Alright, so let's see here. What's the best way to do this? I can get him. No, I don't want the wild card. Like that. Okay, I can get the king. Hit the wild card. But then I can't actually get the thief from here. So the thief is going to steal one of my things. And I don't think there's much I can do about it unless I want to go for the thief first. You know what? Let's see the thief in action. So there actually is a gore setting. You can decide how much stuff splashes on the screen if that's not your thing. Oh, the thief was just grinded up. Nice, and dropped that bag. So I didn't need to hit the thief at all. I didn't realize they were going to get ground up by the grinder. Okay, so now you'll notice there is a monster just to the southwest of me that's a key. And there's also a box. So I have to get the key first, and then I can open the box. So, but, let's see here. But the longest run I can get is actually blue guys. So I think that's what I want to do. Okay, so the key just unlocked the thing. Notice, by the way, my wild cards, they always survive, even if they're hit by a hazard. But, ooh, I missed the fact that that jerk was going to move down towards me, and I was going to move up towards him, and I just got hit. You see that I lost a heart. That was a bad move. There was probably a way to avoid that, and I just didn't catch it. Okay, so let's see. Can I get that chest open? I can only get to 8 this way. I don't really see another way to go. Unless, wait a minute. Alright, so if I go green, wild card, blue, no, I can't cross over. Oh wait, no, yes I can. So figure out how to hit as many of these guys as you can is kind of the fun part of the challenge. Okay, so notice I don't get a color change from hitting the chest. I stay the same color. It's not like hitting a jerk. And so I'm stuck right there. That's where I have to end it. But you'll notice I just hit my goal of 100. So not only did I get the chest, but I also opened the door. And so now I just need to get to the door and I'll win the level. If I don't get to the door, then all of those optional objectives I got don't count. Oh, the jerk just moved right next to me. So let's get out of here. So I still want to do the best run that I can to get up there. I don't actually have to get all the wild cards because I will get them anyway. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to go. And I'm out. So yeah, so it collects all of the jewels that I created. And sums up my accomplishments. So just everything about this is just very satisfying. You feel very rewarded. Also, here's the box. You have to tap it a bunch of times to open it up. You get a bunch of resources for it, and you have to beat the heck out of a king to get his crown. And those crowns are a resource that you use to unlock future doors in sort of the meta world. Okay, so instead of going back to the map, let's go to the inn real quick just to show what's there. So this is the inn. So up here, I can spend those jewels that I was collecting. I can spend them to buy hearts. So basically, if you aren't earning those jewels, you can run out of hearts and not be able to heal yourself. And so you always want to get at least, at least as many jewels as it takes to pay for the health that you've lost each level. Down here, this is the guy who controls your outfits, and so there's all kinds of different outfits you can wear. So this one, yeah, spawning grindstones. That's what those wild cards are called. They're called grindstones, after the name of the game. So yeah, so I am wearing an outfit that gives me a chance of spawning extra grindstones. There's all kinds of other effects you can get. Recovering arrows if you're using a bow and arrow. Spawning a gift if you're wearing a Santa suit. I don't even know what that is. Cupid cosplay. So there's that, and then one thing I forgot to do, because that level was actually kind of easy, I didn't end up needing to use this, but you can also queue up like weapons and consumables that you can use. So I've queued up like this sort of spinny sword move, a slashy sword, and a dashy sword. These are all... The reason I like these kinds of moves is that they don't actually cost resources to refresh every turn. You can just use them as many times as you want. If you have like potions and stuff, you can bring them with you, but you have to use the resources you collect during the levels to re-up on them if when you use them. So I usually avoid them if I can, because I'm a hoarder when it comes to things like currency. So that's how that works. And then, yeah, so whenever I'm done here, I can pop back over to the map. and move on to the next level. And and this is structured. It's got, like, you go node to node through these numbered levels, just like every other color matching game out there. But it's a lot of fun. It's really satisfying to play. And so this is the game that I kind of go to, that I always have on my person, in case I get into some sort of boring situation. I need to fill it with something that's fun and satisfying as I play this game. So I just wanted to share that with folks because I was surprised to find out how much I liked this game, and I think it's really worth checking out. So with that, I'm going to wrap up this video and move on to something else.